Hello everybody, my name is Mason Sharp, and my final persuasive speech today is the risks that welders need to be aware of and what they can do to protect themselves. Now, welders face many risks every day. Some, in my opinion, outweigh others. The risks I will be talking about today are flash burns, first, second, and third degree burns, and the damages caused by inhaling welding fumes. Now, on the right, I have a chart of welding processes and the hazards or risks associated with them. This includes noise damage, electric shock, etc. But what are flash burns? Well, according to Better Health Channel by the Victoria State Government, a flash burn is a painful inflammation of the eye. Well, how do welders get flash burn? Well, they are caused by exposure to UV light. And welding torches expose welders to UV light every time welders use them. What are the symptoms and what should you do if you experience these symptoms? Well, according to Industrial Safety and Hygiene News, you should go to a hospital if you experience blurred vision, worsening glare, or worsening pain in the eyes. The treatments include dilating drops, dressing your eyes, antibiotics, and of course reviews to a doctor every day or two. Now, these are pictures of UV light, of course less bright. But that brings me to my next point. First, second, and third degree burns. Are burns common in welding? Well, welders work with fire and hot metal all day, so they are very common. But they are mostly first degree burns. First degree burns do not break through the skin, second degree burns do, and third degree burns break through the skin and muscle tissue, causing serious damage. Now, how can you protect yourself from burns? Well, according to the Canadian Centre for the Occupational Health, you must wear fire or flame-resistant clothing that is not cuffed. Or, if you have a welding shirt, it should not have a pocket like this. It should have a flap over the pocket to make sure no hot metal or sparks get in there. What material is flame-resistant clothing? Mostly leather. This is because when exposed to fire, leather shrinks and smolders instead of letting the fire spread. Now over here are some pictures of welders in full welding gear, aside from the helmet. Now, damage caused by inhaling welding fumes. Probably the most dangerous risk. According to Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, exposure to welding fumes may result in eye, nose, or throat irritation, dizziness, and nausea. Now, prolonged exposure is much worse. This includes various types of cancer and Parkinson's-like symptoms. What is the best way to protect yourself? Respirator, and make sure you have healthy lungs. Exercise, do not abuse alcohol, do not smoke, etc. But the best way to mitigate or almost completely remove exposure to welding fumes, according to removedfume.com, is a fume extractor. These range from $100 to thousands, depending on your work site. These are posters warning about welding fumes, mostly seen in New York or just the North in general. Now, those, in my opinion, are some of the biggest risks involved with welding. Be mindful and do some research on all the risks just to make sure you do not get electric shock or noise damage. And stay safe out there. Don't want to see any of your... Have yourself a beautiful day. Thank you for listening.